Board member recently saying she herself was, quote, too afraid to ride the system alone. We asked brand new board chair Janice Hahn to climb aboard to see the situation for herself decades after her own father, Kenny Hahn, helped build the system.
Extremely tragic.
A woman stabbed to death at a metro station in Universal City.
It's not just about the numbers.
Another woman stabbed in a South LA metro elevator just before two people were then stabbed aboard a metro bus in Glendale.
It's the feeling of safety.
And another man's safety shattered during a metro bus stabbing in Linwood.
They're all sitting right over there. That's what it's at. I went down, I'm bleeding quite heavily.
Jerry Randall survived, but still bears the scar.
It's in my mind.
And in his mind, even though the attack is now in the rearview mirror, it still seems so close.
Are you nervous being on the bus now?
Well, a little.
And he and all Metro riders have more than a little reason to feel that way. Our analysis of the last 12 months of Metro's available data shows that when it comes to violent crime across the entire system, it's up 33% compared to pre-pandemic levels. The majority happening here on rail. During the last 6 months, there was one violent crime for every 55,000 riders. On buses, violent crime is 5 times less likely, hitting 1 out of every 300,000 riders.
Yeah, and that's so disturbing.
And new Metro chair Janice Hahn is so disturbed, she agreed to ride the system with us
And I want to see
through her district.
what's going on for myself.
So on this very line in your district,
How are you?
just a few stops from here, there was a stabbing on this bus line. You remember that incident?
Yes.
Just
yeah.
a few weeks ago.
Yes, that's horrifying.
It's on this bus.
Yeah, I know. So, I have a real problem that we can't figure out how to address keeping weapons off of our system.
On the system in early July, a bus had to be evacuated after a man was found sleeping, allegedly with a gun hanging out of his waistband. Our analysis shows in the last 12 months of available data, reports of weapons have increased nearly 3 times more than pre-pandemic levels.
I'd like to see us figure out some way to keep people from bringing weapons on our system. I think we need to address that.
So maybe metal detectors at bus stops?
Something.
Maybe wanding at bus stops?
Something.
You're looking into
I
that.
am looking into that.
Metro has also been looking into keeping drivers safe after 160 assaults last year and 61 so far this year. During a spike in April, 3 drivers were attacked in less than a week.
Many drivers say that they've been promised these barriers for years and are just now getting them. What is the holdup in getting the drivers what they need?
Well, whatever the reason for the holdup is, it's unacceptable. It's rolling out. They said they will all be installed by the end of the year.
This bus did have one, but what was missing for both drivers and passengers was a visible police presence.
We will aggressively address that.
Promised by Mayor and former Metro Chair Karen Bass
Good morning, everyone.
weeks ago.
I directed an immediate surge, an increase of patrols, increased visibility.
Are there enough police watching over the system? There are no police here on this bus. We didn't see any at the bus stop.
I want to see them on the bus. I want to see uniformed law enforcement officers regularly rotating buses and trains.
When I was with the supervisor, we didn't see a single deputy.
That's unfortunate.
Sheriff Robert Luna's deputies not only patrol that bus, but patrol 900 square miles of bus lines and 90 miles of rail, covering 95 cities across LA County.
It's been a rough few years on Metro.
Well, yes,
Do you think visibility and being on the buses themselves is an issue?
it's our priority.
Are they riding the buses?
Yes. Well, there are times where they jump on a bus, but to cover the buses because of the vast geographical area we cover. They're in cars to get there as quickly as possible when things are occurring.
Their own data from 1 week in June, though, shows that out of 16,752 GPS-validated snapshots or locations captured, deputies boarded buses 659 times and actually took bus rides 39 times.
When I was riding by myself, I didn't see a single deputy.
Okay.
Is that something you need to change?
We're always looking at what we're doing.
The sheriff says they are doing better since surging their staff. They've raised their activity from around 14,000 snapshots in April to more than 16,000 in May, while cutting the crime surge by nearly 2/3.
Since we surged our staffing, the crime stats are dropping.
Metro's lucky to have you.
But even buses are far safer statistically
I love the bus driver.
than the Metro trains. The Red Line's violent crime rate per rider alone was 6 times higher than the entire bus system's rate in the last 6 months.
That's unacceptable.
The most crime-ridden of all the lines.
So, having said that, I would have hoped we would have seen some law enforcement riding. Where are they?
LAPD patrols this area.
So now we're at MacArthur Park Station.
Here, we not only saw Metro ambassadors,
here.
but also did see officers on patrol.
You see the difference in this station.
Yeah, for sure.
And not only during the day, but even when we came back at night to check.
It feels really clean and safe. So I feel like we've had a transformation here at MacArthur Park. You let us know, what you need.
Okay, thank you.
Now on both rail and bus, not far from these crime scenes. The new Metro chair says she now understands those needs.
What do you say to the family of the victim on this very bus?
I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that this very bus will be safe in the future.
For all of those who sit here,
Were you afraid?
Yeah, I wasn't afraid.
sometimes afraid in their seats.
You have faith it's going to get better. Well, Metro just released its violent crime stats for the month of May, and it was at a 5-year high with 206 incidents. Last year, we had 164 violent incidents in May. That victim, Jerry, by the way, does have faith that the sheriff and others can still solve this problem. Sheriff Luna says his data shows that 94% of crime suspects don't pay fares and are riding illegally, so he wants better enforcement of tickets. So does Supervisor Hahn. Metro, of course, Pat, is developing its own police force, but that won't be ready for some
5 years.
5 years. So this is the police force we have: LASD, Long Beach Police, and LAPD. And they are all, of course, good people doing everything they can. But the crime keeps rising in LA County, even though violent crime across the county in general has been going down.
Well, I tell you what, I like the fact that Supervisor Hahn spent that much time with you, and hopefully they will get some answers to what's happening in terms of having more officers present. And who knows, I mean, they can get a system where you can get people that are riding illegally off the train or stop them before they even get on.
Yeah.
I know you're going to do a follow-up. So.
She's coming in with some plans, and we're going to follow up.
Yeah, all right, and you'll hear about them right here. Thanks so much for that in-depth reporting, Ross.
Of course.
Okay.